30 so. So apparently on the Russian server it costs money to use the tripod portals. It doesn't cost any money in North America. It makes sense that it would cost money, actually. Hey, what's up, man? I appreciate it, Carl. I'm just on my lunch break from work. I thought I'd take a little break. Play a little Lost Ark in the Russian client. I'm playing the Russian client because I'm trying out the Reaper class, which isn't available in the North American client, and I actually really like this class, like, a lot, even though it's considered to be probably the worst class. Like if you look at the tier list, the Reaper's usually one of the worst, you know, it's usually like B tier, C or B tier, and most classes are considered to be A or S. There's a few that are B, but the Reaper's the only one I've ever seen that they put all the way down in C sometimes, so it's kind of funny. I don't have a horse mount. What's weird is the North American client, you get the horse mount, like really quickly, and I don't know what's going on. Normally this girl, right? Like, normally you get the horse mount, like, right at the beginning. In this game, I guess in the Russian client, you don't, so... Yeah, so... Oh, well. Unless they gave it to me and I didn't see it, but I don't see a horse. What else we got? Healing supplies... Yeah, I like this one. It's weird, like, to be really good. To be really good in PvP, you have to know all the classes. You have to play them all. And I certainly have not. Oh, like, I don't even have money to teleport. So apparently I spent most of my money. They actually charge you money to teleport. Yeah. So even the Russian client is a lot more difficult to level than the North American client. It's funny. I think they think that Americans are like lazy people who can't work hard for anything, which probably is true in a lot of it's actually pretty accurate. But so I think a lot of the games are not grindy, you know, like the Asian and the Chinese games, they're always like much grindier, which I actually kind of like grindy games. Problem is, in today's world, everybody tries to find a way to cheat, and that I don't like. I don't like cheating. I don't looking for the quick, short, easy cut, the hack, the the exploit, all that kind of stuff. I don't really care for. I like to earn stuff the way the game was meant. You know, it was designed in a certain way, and I like to play it that way. Sometimes you'll see me just do overkill on the abilities because I'm just practicing my rotations and trying to... Ooh, here we go. I don't know what carnelians are. I haven't gotten any of those on the... What's a carnelian? Apparently it's going somewhere else. Carnelians can be exchanged for reputation and gifts. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I saw the UK, man. I got a lot of people who come into my stream sometimes. They're like saying, "Oh, you're so lucky that you could even play," and I'm like, because they can't even get into the UK clients. I still don't understand. I mean, there's a lot more people in the United States than there are in the UK in the greater Central Europe, and even though there's more servers in the United States, I'm still shocked. I mean, there's like what, like 300 and like almost 400 million in the US. So there's 329 million people in the United States. In the United Kingdom, they say 67, but let's go greater, or how about Central Europe? Central Europe. Here's Central Europe and the Baltics, if this website will ever open up. What is this, 102 million? So as you can see, there's way more people in the US than there are in Central Europe. So I don't understand why it's so overloaded in Europe. Is it just like people love games, love games like this more than Americans? I don't know. I never thought that was the case. I mean, Americans play a shit ton of games. So... Yeah, so I really don't get the whole influx of players in Europe as more than us. I don't get it, you know. Steal the red... What is it? Seal red-faced Puralisks. I think that's just a... I think it means keel. I think that's a bad translation on the translator. Yeah, I don't understand why they're all busy. I don't get it. And why are they so busy? You know, it's like... People are like, well, there's more United States servers than there are European, but I counted them. And it's not like insanely a lot more. Like maybe the US like has like, I don't know, like I think it was like 20 some, and Europe has like 18 or something. You know, it's like the US has like maybe 6 more servers or something. But it's just for whatever reason, it seems like people in the UK really want to play this game. You know? I guess we can go here. No. What am I doing? Going the wrong direction. Take a tour in the old chapel. Yeah, well, before we do that, let's go ahead and flag this other transport location. Even though I don't even have enough money to use these right now. That was weird. Oh. Hello. Guess I gotta go through here. Oh, I can't go through here. What the hell? That's weird that it shows the tripod on the map and yet I can't get to it. Let's try getting it. Well, I don't have to run all the way around to try getting to it from that side. Probably not worth the time. Probably can't get to it anyway. Man, your regular auto attacks have such a short range on this class. Feels like, I mean, I am on the Russian server, so there is a little bit of a delay. My ping's probably not that great. According to exit lag, I'm not even sure what my ping is. I think it's claims it's around 142, which is actually not that bad. Hey, thanks Farad. How's it going? Lost. I'm on the Russian server because I'm trying out. I like the Reaper class, and I want to play the Reaper class a little bit. And the Reaper class is it's not available yet on the North American server. I like the Reaper class. I think the Reaper class is really cool, and also people like to say that the Reaper class is probably one of the weaker classes. It's definitely the squishiest class. And in MMOs, or like in action MMOs, oh, they won't even let me go here for some reason. Here, let's do this. Looks like for some reason. It's weird, like the Russian client definitely is a little more... don't know if it's the translation or what, but it feels like I've gotten stuck a couple times. Like where I've gone to areas where they're like, well, you can't go here yet, basically. Sort of weird outfit. Yeah, it's basically like a Diablo MMO. It's basically like a Diablo style game or Path of Exile style game that has theme park MMO stuff built into it. Yeah, I mean, I haven't... It's free. Well, the combat's really fun. The combat's really fun, so... Hey, Nisri, what's up? It's good. I mean, it's good. Everything's pretty good. The only bad thing about it is it's isometric. The two bad things about this game, obviously the worst thing about the game is isometric. It's funny, I was watching a PvP video by Kanan here, and he has really good videos. He's pretty good. I like Kanan. But part of his video, which is laughably directly addresses the fact that it's an isometric game, right? So if we look at this video, hold on a second here. See if I can get to a spot where I can safely log out to the character screen. So if you look at this video, what's really interesting is from a PvP perspective. You've been addicted to EVE Online for the past 2 months. I played EVE Online once, a long time ago. Like a long time ago. Like, I don't even, like EVE Online, I don't even know what the website is. Like, here, hold on a second. That's not it. That's ad here. Make sure EVE Online, login. Oh my god, login. Verification code? No, don't send me I don't even know what email address I use. I'm sure it's probably my old email. Let's see if I can. Oh yeah, I got it. It actually came in quick. Sometimes these verification codes, you guys know, they don't always come through your email fast. What? What? How is that a mismatch? It's right out of my freaking email. How is that a mismatch? How is that a freaking mismatch? It just copied it right out of my email. That's unbelievable. You gotta love this kind of crap, right? I just wanted to log in Nisri and show you like my character. Sign in. Okay. Account info. How do you... Where's my... Doesn't have my... Oh my god. Oh, here. Yeah, here's my character's picture. I thought... Games being downloaded, the way you gotta try it. Just... Yeah, for right, it is fun. I thought that, like, I created one of the coolest freaking looking avatars for EVE Online. Check out Shady Hacks, the avatar for my EVE Online character. I created this, like, I don't know, like, a long time ago. I wonder if it even shows last time I, like, logged in, you know? Does it even show? I don't see, like, last login. I don't know, yeah. So, whatever. I played EVE Online before, but it was a long time ago. Anyways, we get back to this video by Kanan, and like I said, he does good videos. So what's really funny about this game is PvP-wise, check this out.
Next we have Field Division, or FOV for short.
So he's going to cover in this video called PvP Beginner's Guide. Do not start PvP until watching this. And I agree with him. Don't PvP in Lost Ark unless you watch this video, because he really goes over kind of the basic stuff, and it's a really good video. But he talks about how the isometric camera view plays a huge role in PvP, which it pains me to say that because I hate isometric view. I hate it. And so the players will switch the view, right? You'll go in, and all the PvP players will do this. You'll run here, right? Everybody PvPs will force 21:9 aspect ratio. That way they have more vision left and right. So this is what you're going to see people run when they're doing PvP, right?
It's important to know that the FOV for each team is not at the same angle. In fact, they're perpendicular to each other. As you can see here, when my opponents are to the left or right of my screen, on their screen, I am either above or below them.
Yeah, on their screen. It's funny he's using a different screen. I wish he would use this person's view, you know? What did it say? No, I did not. I did not answer your making
Utilizing this will be extremely important when climbing the ranks, because you can catch opponents off guard or literally hit them from off their screen with some classes. This leads me to the next important section, which is positioning and map control. When you begin your game, the arena will look like it's going either diagonally left or diagonally right. If we use diagonally right, for example, the left side is considered to be the high side, while the right side is
considered
to be the low.
So anyways, this video goes through and it talks about how, like, you're trying to position yourself in the map so you have a greater field of view than your enemy. And then you're trying to use that against your enemy. So that's, you know, that's some pretty crazy stuff to really wrap. It's not difficult concept, but to actually use it in game and be really good at understanding what the enemy is seeing, because you can't see the enemy what he sees. But oh, you looked up my character in game? No way. I don't even know how you do that. You can look someone up in game. Yeah, my character's name is Shady Hacks, and yeah, I started the game. I played the game a long time ago, and it was tough. It's a tough game. You know, EVE Online definitely has a big learning curve, right? Anyways, we're done. But yeah, I mean, if you're having to use the field of view and try to figure out like what your opponent's seeing, and trying to chop the screen off so that he can't see as much, and then trying to be like, I know that his visibility means that I'm off, like on his screen, I'm off his screen here, so I can circle around behind him and he'll never see me. I mean, to actually play at that level is pretty impressive. Man, your melee attacks as a Reaper are the shortest, have the shortest range of any attack I've seen in the game. So if you're going to hit somebody with your melee attack, just your auto attacks, you have to be right next to him, like literally right next to him. Like, I'm going to miss. Look, miss. Miss. There, I hit him. And that was a blade, and it goes Death Blade. So, Death Blade is also really cool. What is Foxhole? Is that a game? Is that a person? Who is Foxhole? See how I was missing there? Amazing. It's actually quite amazing. So you have pretty long cooldowns on this class, unfortunately. I missed! You bitch. Where'd he go? He ran. I can't believe I missed him. Top down. Okay, top down. Yeah, it's not a gameplay mechanic that I'm looking forward to be honest. Like, I have to sit here and try to figure out where my enemy's view is and where I can kind of sneak so he can't see me. It's a little odd, you know what I mean? I just wish this game was third person, man. This game would be so good. This game would be off the hook. This game would be like Overwatch on steroids if it was third person. Yeah, getting in auto attacks is pretty tough with this class. What's up, Christopher? How's it going, man? It's very difficult getting into your auto attacks with this particular class. Asgard, where the slab might be. Okay, so now we have the quest to actually open that up. I was wondering about that. Shit, hold on. Damn it. You're currently playing Star Wars: The Old Republic again, Lost Ark. Love Lost Ark, but I'm really in the mood for Star Wars. I may try Star Wars again, since they have that big update or whatever. It just looks so. It looked a little bit outdated. You know what I mean? I wonder if he could see me. I wonder if he could even see me. Now you see me. Now you don't. Oh my god, this class is so cool, you know?
Ребят Ламбера они подтянут, ну-ну. А больше Артас ничего подтянуть не хочет? Может, ремешки затянуть? В его лагере провианта еще на неделю хватит.
Yes, I know how to use portals. Do I even have enough money? Probably barely. Staging is missing. Hold on a second. I gotta look at something from work. Please don't.
За несчастные случаи во время телепортации
Staging
мы
is missing.
ответственности не несем.
I have to grab a soda, guys. I'll be right back.
It's too late for us now. We've gone. It's gone now. It's true. We've gone too far.
Right, Mexican Coca-Cola. Alright, I got my blackjack bubblegum, got my Mexican Coca-Cola. Where you heading? This here, I'll see you, man. Ah, I'm stuck. Okay, I guess I wasn't supposed to go in the building. How about right here?
Ламбер мог бы сам ко мне заглянуть, а то как стал капитаном или кто он там, так весь такой занятой. Фу ты, ну ты, куда там?
There's a lot more like tutorial like stuff in the Russian version, like, or maybe I just missed it in the North. Maybe it was in the North American version and I clicked through it so fast I missed it, which is quite possible.
It's too late for us now. It's
Да будет милосерден Руфион к нам, грешникам.
I'm like blowing through all the money that I really don't have by just teleporting around in this game. Well, there is a story. I mean, there's a little video. Are you referring to the video, Chris? Because there's a little video, but there's no there's no leveling. You know what I mean?
А в нашем деле без аппетита никак. Вдруг война, а мы голодные.
Identity skills. Maybe he's talking about these at the bottom.
Я, кажись, разбойников видел.
Yeah, so they took that away. So you're saying that was in the beta? Yeah, I wish that Christopher, I wish that was still in the game. I'm never a fan of, and it was funny because Asmongold had a video just Just like yesterday or recently, where he was completely disagreeing with what I'm about to say. All maybe not completely disagreeing, but
So come!
But what I'm about to say is that, like, I don't agree with a game coming out. Let's say a game comes out in 2020, and like this game, like Lost Ark, and you have to level your character from level 1 to level 10. At level 10, you get the choice of saying, well, I'm an assassin subtype. I'm an assassin class, but the subtypes of the assassin class are the Reaper and the, what was it? And what was the other one? The Demon Hunter or whatever, and the Deathblade. Right, so at level 10, you get a pick, right? And then all of a sudden, like, it gets to like 2022, 2 years later, and you decide, yeah, we don't want to make people have to level to 10. So we're just going to take that out of the game and say when you create your character, then you just automatically you get to choose. And I'm not always a super fan of that because you're taking content away from the game that existed in the game originally that these people who started playing the game in 2022 will never have the chance to experience. I don't really get it. Yeah, Shadowhunter. I don't really get it. Like, I mean, I don't... And they're not really... There's two reasons they do it. One, they think that the people who played the game for 2 straight years are sick of having to level to 10 before they get their class. But the biggest reason is they're trying to allow people who to come in the game in 2022 to have catch-up mechanics, right? They want them to be able to catch up. Which, you know, I don't know. I understand it, but I personally... not really a fan of that, and I know Asmongold would completely disagree with me. He was just talking about the other day, saying, "Oh, yeah, you know, whatever he, you know."
Люди Ормака прочесывают восточные руины. Горбаш ищет вредителя.
Garbashivila.
Им нужно время.
Emotional. Russian is such a guttural... it's such a guttural... kind of rough language.
So come!
Yeah, I'm against those things. I think if you play, like when you played Unreal Tournament, right? Unreal Tournament was my favorite game of all time. When I played Unreal Tournament, it was a first-person shooter, right? Like they had certain weapons, and the weapons had certain abilities, and there were certain maps. Like they never changed the weapons. They never said, well, we're going to patch the pistol and make it shoot faster, or we're going to change the shock rifle and make it do more damage now than it used to. They never did that. And I approve of that because that means if you get really good with those weapons, you're always going to, you know, you didn't waste your ability, you didn't waste your skill to a certain degree. You know, you're always going to be good with those weapons, right? But some people would say, well, if you don't change them, then everybody gets good with them and there's nothing to skill up anymore. And I'm like, that's not necessarily true. The longer I played Unreal Tournament 8 hours a day, almost every day for like 3 straight years. And I guarantee you, even up until the last day I played, I was always improving. I was always getting better. So I don't really agree with that methodology either. So. Okay, there's a... I'm dealing with a little bit of ping issues here because I'm hitting a couple skills and my character's not executing them. So, which is a little surprising. You would think that I thought the spell batching in this game actually worked pretty well. But let's say if I do Q, and then W, like let's say let me try EAS pretty quickly. EAS. And you see it executed every skill. Even though I went EAS pretty quickly, it batched those spells up and it executed them. So I'm not sure why I had issues against that mob up there getting it to work correctly. Yeah. But yeah, I love this class. I think this class has a lot of potential. Has a lot of play out potential. Like you have to be really skilled with this class, but it is not considered to be one of the top tiers, I don't think, for the game because it's so squishy.
Я-то думал, расправимся с главарем и дело с концами. Мелкую шваль быстро разгоним. А оно вон как обернулось. Отвлекают они нас.
Okay, that's enough.
Долину, а ты всего
I love that. I love that she's like Anura. I don't know what she's saying. I've got a cat named Amun-Ra, obviously after the god, you know, God, the sun god, or whatever, or Amun-Ra, and it sounds almost like she's saying Amun-Ra, like she's calling out my cat's name. Here, let's try it out here. Let's see if she says Amun-Ra. Amun-Ra. That's what it sounds like. Sounds like she's saying my cat's name. I don't listen. I look at the tier lists for a couple of reasons. One, I look at them because I want to know if I'm playing a class that's really overpowered. I want to be ready to hear people say, "Oh, you're just playing that class because it's too overpowered." And I also want to look at. I also want to be prepared if I'm playing a class that everybody considers to be total shit, to be like, "Oh, we don't want you in our group. You're shit." You know what I mean? I want to prepare myself for those those opinions. Based on a class because of just the common knowledge about the class. You know, I want to prepare myself for that. And I also want to look for the strengths and weaknesses. You know, the tier list sometimes will talk about the strengths and weaknesses of the class. And, I mean, these shoulders are just sick. I love these shoulders. I wish they were a little more thick inside here, but I love the feathers here. And look, she's even got daggers, little tiny daggers here. Yeah, the armor in this game is pretty good. It's a little... I would like to see... It's very Unreal Engine 3. You know, I think if they could take this game, get rid of some of the grindy aspects of the progression, and I've got a great video you guys should watch on that. Get rid of some of the grindy aspects on the progression, or at least make it, make it a little bit easier to get some of the things you need to progress. And if they got rid of the isometric view, got rid of the click to move, and made this a third-person game, I think this would be one of the greatest MMOs to come out. And that, there's a lot of things that need to be improved, but it wouldn't take that. What I'm trying to say is some of the basic stuff in this game is really good. The combat is excellent. It's like S+ combat. The gear and stuff is really cool. They have some beautiful art styles in this game. The level design is actually really good. You can see all the structures are really well made. Look at the variety in these planks of wood on the top of this table. Then again, keep in mind this is Unreal Engine 3 game, so it's not that easy to make a game. One of the reasons they're able to make the graphics look this nice is because it is isometric view. So if this game wasn't isometric view and it was third person, we wouldn't have graphics probably that looked this good. We just wouldn't, or it wouldn't perform that well. But I would love to see this game made in Unreal Engine 5. I would like to see them get rid of the isometric, the click to move, make it third person. I would like to see them come up with a better storyline. But so basically what I'm saying is that they need to take the money they make from Lost Ark, come out with a new game, a new MMO that's third person, with the same type of combat, and it could be such a smash hit. It would just be so huge. It would be massive. I did see how the armor's more censored, and honestly, it does it's not like her outfit looks that censored, but I have heard that it's more censored. I don't really know what the uncensored look, but I have heard about that. And I did see a few screenshots where they had modified some stuff. Actually, here, Asmongold's got a video. Let's see what someone's got a video.
Today we're going to be talking about the in no way controversial topic of censorship and westernization of Lost Ark.
Oh, good.
I'm already anticipating a bunch of comments saying things like, imagine caring about this at all. That's not really an argument. It's basically you just saying, I don't personally care about this. Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about the in no way going on. I'll talk about for what I understand, and you get some implied with your $100 purchase, but whatever. In some brighter news for the anti-censorship folks, there were, I believe, 2 NPCs in the game that you can get level 5 affinity with, which rewards you with a short little cutscene where you kind of get to go on a date with them, and then you get some implied sexy times. There's nothing graphic in these cutscenes, like it doesn't actually show anything, But these affinity tiers were missing from the Western version of the game, and a lot of people assumed censorship. Rox clarified that these were intended to be in the game at launch, but were missing due to a known issue. This page is blank. I think the people that are against this supposed censorship belong in one of two camps. The first camp, which I'm a part of, is just anti-censorship in all regards. Censorship sucks, and that's really it. I don't want any creator to feel the need to remove or modify any piece of their work just subject, which is...
I was hoping to just see more of an image comparison. I don't want to watch a long video, but let's see if we can just find... There are some interesting censorships that have happened. There's even some woke stuff that's going on. The fact that they took a white Asian female and for the North American made her a black female seems like they're trying to appeal to a larger audience, I guess. You know, I'm not a big fan of this. You know, I'm not a big fan of the so-called we have to have there has to be a black and an Asian and a Mexican and a Cuban and whatever in every single thing we see in life. I'm not a fan of that. I'm like, it's like you're a video game maker, and if you want to make a video game and make it all Asian people, I mean, if it's in Asia, if the story and the lore is based on Asian history, why would there be a bunch of black people in it? There aren't a lot of black people in, 13th century Asia. You know what I mean? So, not a big fan of that kind of stuff. Again, I don't know what the hell's going on. You can see the starter gear here is a lot more sexy on the left. I don't really get it, like here's North America, here's other regions. You get, again, I don't know. Like here, you can see they're basically covering people up. And here as well. And I mean, to me, I don't really care. I mean, I don't have to see boobs. I'm not that kind of stupid guy who needs to see a bunch of naked women. I'm 52 years old. I turned 52 yesterday. I've seen lots of naked women in my life, so it's no big deal. Trust me. Yeah. So interesting. Wow. Look at this one. This character looks. I'm not gonna lie. This outfit's really cool. I mean, especially these tight leggings she's got with the little styles. They're actually pretty cool looking. I mean, I see women walking down the street in this here all the time. I mean, my wife wears tight leggings like this all the time. So, I mean, to me, this is not, and showing your stomach, what's wrong with that? So, I'm not for censorship either. I think it's stupid. Like, here's a North American starter assassin gear. And here's the Korean Russian, which, as you saw, I was, this is my Korean Russian. This is my assassin Oh, so you were just saying, hey, Christopher, it's funny. You were just saying, I'm an idiot. I'm such an idiot, Chris, because you were just saying the censorship, and I'm like, oh, this doesn't look very censored. Well, I forgot I was actually in the Russian client. So I'm actually in the Russian client. As you can see, it's, but this is what it looks like in North American, which it doesn't look as good. The Russian, Korean, I mean, I don't have to have scantily clad women, but I'm not going to lie. This Korean Russian, looks way better. It just looks cooler. I mean, she looks badass. She just does, She looks cool. So, yeah. I don't know what's up with her face. It looks like someone plastic wrapped it. You see her skin? Did they plastic wrap it? Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of weird choices. And I don't know if some of these were last minute due to what happened in Blizzard, Activision Blizzard, and all their kind of crap, I don't really know. But let me go. I want to go ahead and jump into the my other Lost Ark. I want to jump to the North American client. But yeah, this character looks cool. I love the way she looks. I even put a video in Discord. Let's see if I've got it. We're going to have to kill XLR, I guess. I went into my Discord and I took a video of just me playing the Reaper today. Just to show, like... It's just how cool the abilities are. And then there at the end I went into stealth. And then again, and here's the... I wasn't really thinking about it, but this is the Reaper, like starting gear for the Reaper in the Russian version. And that's just, that beyond words. I mean, I think this is one of the coolest looking starting outfits for an assassin I've ever seen. And it's very sexualized, of course, but it's just cool. I mean, the little daggers on her shoulders, the black feathers, the hood, the really cool like leggings with this really neat like metal belt buckle, super cool. And just everything about it. It looks like something you'd see a superhero. Like if Marvel made a movie, like if Marvel made a movie today that was around like an assassin character, I imagine in the Marvel movie she might look like that. This is just the world we live in today. So trying to censor that, I don't really understand that too much. So it's kind of stupid. It looks just like yours on the US? Oh. What do you mean, Blue? You mean the characters? I'm not sure what you're saying, Blue. Are you saying the way the characters look? Because I can show you what the characters certainly don't look like the North American version. The assassins, if you create an assassin in the North American client, it looks nothing like the assassin in the Russian client. It doesn't look anything at all like it. What does it say that it's running? Oh, it's doing an update. Okay. Why are you running? But yeah, I'm not sure if you're saying that I just have the same type of characters or if they look the same, because they don't look the same. The Russian assassin definitely looks different than the North American. But yeah, I really like the Reaper. The Reaper's super fun. All right. What I don't like is that it takes forever for the anti-cheat software to always load. It takes forever. The Western releasing definitely got less sexualized characters. Yes. Is it because of Amazon? I don't really know. I would say probably, but I don't know. I mean, I'm just guessing. I don't know who would be in charge of modifying some of that. And obviously, it would take a little bit of time to modify the gear and the outfits and some of the NPCs in the game. That's not something you can just do in a day, So that's all part of the. It's all part of the. What do they call it? Oh my god, I can't think of the word. It's all part of the culture thing, Well, the assassin looks. All I can say, Blue, is that the assassin is different. Yeah, the assassin doesn't look like. And I can create an assassin right now, and she does not look like what the assassin looks like in the Russian. Yeah, I don't know who makes that decision on, But I was talking about like the translation when you're translating all the dialogue and stuff, and you're basically, westernizing it. I don't know who decides, oh, let's make it less sexualized, or oh, let's make some of the white characters black. And there's actually a great video that I watched the other day where they actually took one of the city names or the map names, map areas, regions, that was basically China spelled backwards, and they changed the name. Because it's like Easter egg, if you flip that around, it says China. And someone, I don't know if that was just a joke. It probably was. Right? So, I'll show you, Blue. If you go in, you say assassin, right? Okay, look at what she looks like. Look at what she looks like, Blue. This is not what she would look like in the Russian client. She wouldn't have hose. She wouldn't have this outfit. So if you go to back to my Discord, this is what you look like. If you create... Now, of course, this is what she looks like after the end. So actually, we would have to go in and do the acceptance because your gear does change. So let's see what she looks like after that. But it doesn't look like I know it doesn't look like the Russian one. At least I think. I could be wrong. But I'm never wrong. Yeah, right. It did have hose, but it wasn't the same hose. Like, the armor was different. And you have a hood, and I'm pretty sure that the assassin doesn't have a hood.
The forces of chaos move again. The arcs once saved the world from the demons.
Yeah, I never said she wouldn't have hose. I'm just saying this is what she looks like.
With prophecy,
Right? This is what the assassin looks like in the Korean.
it will show you
And I don't
the
think she's
path
gonna, I don't think she's gonna look like
to
this.
destiny.
But maybe she does. But yeah, there's other stuff that's different. So let's take a look. Let's find out. She's not gonna look like that. There you go. Look, she's got a full clothing. Alright, so here, if she ever puts her weapons away, here's what she looks like in the North American client. So, it's pretty different. Oh, damn it. Damn you! Damn you, scroll bars. Yeah. So obviously this is a lot more sexualized. I mean, yeah, she's got some hose on. She's got hose on, but her whole stomach's exposed, and you can see her chest a lot more. And she has a hood. But yeah, this is the difference. And I'm pretty sure all the assassin characters have the same outfit. No matter if you're a Reaper or a Deathblade or whatever it's called, or the other one, which I can't remember off the top of my head right now. Well, there's really three, right? There's the Reaper, there's the Shadow Hunter, and the Deathblade. And of course, in Asia, in Korea, it was called the Blade, not the Deathblade. It was just called Blade. I think it was still Shadow Hunter, and the Reaper name hasn't changed. But yeah, you can see it's different. So.
May Regulus bless the path you've chosen. You will now take your first step in the quest for the Ark.
Yeah, I mean, this looks 1,000 times better.
Acacia is in your hands. The light of the world must not fall.
But it's not just that. There's a lot of other things they changed, you know. You guys haven't seen the,
Oh. Look alive, scrubs. We're here.
Light your torches and sharpen those pitchforks.
Not that one. I think you saw the video I posted.
The Forgotten Land.
Where is it?
Bring your things. Ride home is next, so please don't get off just yet.
Greeting, comrades.
But in this video, he goes over
Time has come
some
for
of those
another
changes.
For changes.
You know,
I hope after watching this video, you will understand what leads to
Korean
Hey,
banger.
what is this lunatic talking about? Game is massive success on Korean region, breaking online records every year since its release. How it can fail, lol.
Before
did, Chris.
I will
That
answer
sucks,
this
Chris.
question, let me ask you one.
Yuan.
What's the most popular first by avatar created account?
I don't know if he shows. Let's see.
I think that perfect MMO not only need to be mechanically engaging, it
Mechanically.
also need great story for players to care about.
Where is he? There's a section
While
here
you're
where he
waiting
talks
for
about.
next expansion, players
Character
can engage
progression.
various activities like cosplay, fan arts, lore discussion, generating content.
Okay, I love this little part with the Amazon blimp. This is freaking awesome. With their drones coming out.
People of the Commonwealth, do not interfere.
Yeah, you don't have a hood.
Intentions are peaceful.
You definitely don't have a hood, Blue. Maybe you play. Did you play the beta? Because I know someone was saying that in the beta it was things were different. So maybe it was in the beta. I never played the beta, but yeah, it's definitely not in retail because I've created multiple Shadow Hunters and Ghost and Deathblades. I've created multiple ones and deleted them and created them again because you know me, I'm always like mucking around with the visual look of the character. So I've created tons of them, and that's just the way they look.
So the time has come to give some good and bad points for our new world
Wait,
friends.
we gotta go back to this again.
People of the Commonwealth, do not interfere. Our intentions are peaceful.
Our intentions
So
are
time has come
peaceful.
to give some good and bad points for our new world friends. Let's start with the good ones. There is a lot of communication coming from AGS. Massive content is available start from the launch. Game is on Steam and don't need any extra fancy launchers.
Fancy lunches.
And now some bad ones. Translation is made by apes.
Translation is made by apes. So they have, it's weird, yeah, they have the class in Korea, it was called the Infighter, and it got changed to Scrapper. I don't know why. I'm not sure what this is. Haven Defying Body. Hype. I don't know if he's talking about the sexualized bodies. Hype. I don't know. Don't know.
Inserting political agenda to score some woke points.
Inserting political agenda to score some woke points. So a man, patriarchy, got changed to Arman, +1 woke point. We went from a white to, of course, the plastic wrapped black. I don't know what the fuck's with the plastic wrapping. And then Anik, which is, of course, spelled backwards is China. They renamed that to Anika, which I'm not even going to say anything about what that kind of sounds like. So, oh my God. So anyways, I just thought that was funny.
Censorship.
And right here you go. Here's a clear example of, I believe, I'm not sure which one on the left. I'm not sure which class this is, but this is the outfit they had in China, and this is the outfit you get, which is, I think this is the assassin. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe this is the Shadow Hunter outfit. But anyways, the one you get in the US is this one.
Keeping all pay-to-win mechanics from Asia.
Yeah, so we're keeping
Introducing cut-down version of the game designed for 3-year-old server.
So what's interesting is he says that the client that we're getting is basically the 2.5 client, because there's a lot of content isn't in the game, which is really interesting.
Since launch. Poor
Armen, not Arman. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I didn't look it up.
voiceover compared to other regions.
And then he just says the voice. Whatever. I haven't noticed
So,
the
as you
voiceover
can
being
see, my
bad.
friends, in my opinion, as long as spending money and semi-asking will be the best.
I think the one thing that's really interesting is he goes through every section of the game, like the content from the launch of the Korean version to the current state of the Korean version. He talks about all the content that's in the game, and he said, it's pretty amazing if you look at this. So he's talking. He said he basically goes through and says, "This is all the content we have, right? This is all the content we have in the Korean version." And he goes through each section of these little rectangles and explains what they are. And then he says, "Okay, now let's look at that same content and how is it in the North American version?"
So now let's look how Lost Ark will come to the West. Character prologue is removed. Shusha.
So yeah, so you don't have to level to 10 anymore. Like you used to have to level from 1 to 10 and then pick your archetype, right? That's just been removed. You just start, boom, level 10.
Is no longer part of main story questline and can be skipped. Class Awakening quest is cut down to 1 minute.
1 minute.
15 side story chain quest is removed from the game.
Gone.
Second Awakening story quest is cut down and can be skipped with boosting.
Boosting.
Rotendel Guardian is no longer part of Dungeon Attunement. Mystic Dragon is removed from the game. Abyssal Kaijur Dragon is removed from the game. Ninav Awakening storyline is no longer part of Dungeon Attunement. Well, you may ask how it happened. Well, the answer is simple. Amazon chose client version that was built for 3-year-old Korean server. Over there, no one care about story anymore. So they compress 1 year of questing into 2 weeks experience leading straight to the Papunica.
Yeah, so wow. So they obviously have removed a lot from the game. I mean, for someone like me who's never played any version of Lost Ark, I probably won't even notice because I've never played the version of the game that actually had the content. So I mean, obviously it's not that big a deal to me, but it would have been cool to have the content just to see what it was like. So I mean, I'm not happy they removed it, but again, since I never played that part of the game, it's not like it's not like I'm gonna miss something I've never done.
Most of the skipped stories can still be manually accessed via visit.
Now this does intrigue me. He says most of the missing story quests can be done if you find them on these islands or something.
Various islands, but how the fuck new players will know chronological order of this mess?
So he's saying, how the fuck are new players gonna know the chronological order of this? And I don't really want to go through the rest of the video, but it's a really good video. It's called "Is Lost Ark Doomed on the West?" Crying about Amazon as always. This time some usefully stuff for newbies. This guy's great. I love his voice. But yeah, check it out. The DVM Furor. I think it's a really good video. So, you know. But anyways, let's see if we can delete the test sin. Anyways, I gotta get back to work, guys. I'm just on my lunch break, so I gotta go. But yeah, I mean, I don't think it really... People like us, if you've never played the game, I don't think it's really going to affect you that much. But, I mean, I don't know. This game's fun, but I mean, to me, the best part of this game is probably going to be the PvP and the raiding, because the combat system is what makes it fun. But watching that video where he's talking about... And I think I still have it open. I mean, to me, if you're telling me I have to actually position myself on the map because I'm trying to push the other opposing team's view of the game such that they can't see where I am on the screen because we have this fucking bullshit isometric screen. If that's like a mechanic I have to skill up in PvP, I'm not really happy about that. I think that's bullshit. It's like, fucking make the game third person so I can just rotate the screen and not have to be like, I'm going to fucking run up to the top left corner because if you run up beneath me, then you may not see if I jump around to the right really quick over your head because I'm going to be off the top right of your viewable, basically, viewport, whatever it's called. So that's kind of a stupid mechanic.
Diagonally left or diagonally right? If we use diagonally right, for example, the left side is considered to be the high side, while the right side is considered to be the low side. Your opposing team will always see the opposite. The right side would be their high, while the left is their low. In order to have the advantage, off their screen with some classes. This leads me to the next, to the balance, FOV for short. We have field division, or FOV for short.
So this what he's going to talk about in this video all is about the FOV, the field division. And like I said, people are going to go into the game and they're going to change the view to 20 by 9 or whatever. They're going to force that really widescreen view so they have more viewable area left and right. But I mean, this is all just an artifact of the fact that you have a game that's isometric, which is bullshit. Now, there are advantages to isometric, I understand. One of the advantages is they're able to make these really nice textures and have fairly detailed levels, which they wouldn't be able to do if it was third person, because it would just take up too much memory to people to be viewing that much stuff all at once on their CPUs, especially if you're in a big PvP battle with like 30 on 30 or 20 on 20, people's machines are just going to start dying. I mean, like when you same thing happens like in Black Desert. If you go in there and you're fighting 30 on 30, the machine starts to choke. I don't care how good your machine is; it's going to drop some frames. So, but yeah, this I don't like this, and the fact that I have to make this like a actual part of my training regimen. I've got to go in and skill up on how to manipulate the field of view such that my enemy can't see where I am. That's you know, I mean, that's cool, I guess, in a way that it's another thing that you got to be good at. It's like, I'm really good at map control and FOV exploiting, because it almost feels like it's not an exploit because you're both on the same playing field, but it's not something that when I play a game that I want to think of, oh, I've got to go in and work out where I can go on the map so the enemy can't see me. If the enemy's standing here and I stand over in this corner, he's not going to see me. You know what I mean? It's like... let's see. Where?
Dude, how are you even accomplishing all of this in one turn? What is your goal here? Cleric, points of damage. Because he's hovering? No, you can't interact with the Beholder. All of this in one reliable talent, so 18. You can climb flat surfaces.
Where is it?
Everybody's gonna see you walking to the corner. Gonna try to sneak attack. You might as well. What if I hid in this corner?
Here. So this is what we're gonna do in Lost Ark. We're just gonna hide in the corner. Check it out.
A corner? Everybody can see a corner. Yes, but I have the skulker feet, so is it dark? Sure, but I don't know what you're getting at. You're gonna have to walk into the corner. Everybody's gonna see you walk into the corner, and then you're gonna try to hide in the darkness. Yes, my leathers are shadow colored. Right, just roll stealth. I have advantage because of my supreme sneak. I got it. Just roll. Roll the dice! 18. Okay, well, your entire party is oblivious to your location, but the Beholder does have 11 eyes, so he can still see you. Now I need to rethink my whole turn! Interesting. So I would like to try to climb the wall. What are you... You can't even do that. You don't have enough movement. You don't have a climbing speed.
It's awesome.
And wouldn't this break your supreme sneak?
I'm actually working right now.
And I'm a thief. And I already rolled, so no. That doesn't mean you can climb flat surfaces. Can I try? Sure. Roll athletics. I rolled a 2, but that becomes a 9 because of reliable talent, so 18. You climb the wall, so everyone can see you again. Great, thanks! Now I would like to try to monkey bar across the ceiling so that I can land on top of the Beholder. Dude, how are you even accomplishing all of this in one turn? What is your goal here? Then I would like to try to land on the Beholder. Can I help? What? No. Alright, Rogue, that's the end of your turn, alright? Back to the top of the round. Bard, what are you doing? I would like to give Bardic Inspiration to the falling rogue. And then I would like to cast... Vicious Mockery. Cleric. Now that the rogue's falling from the ceiling, I would like to cast Beacon of Hope. What does that have to do with the rogue falling on the Beholder? Trust me, it makes sense in my brain. And Barbarian. Alright, you deal 30 points of damage. Rogue, what are you doing? You're literally falling. What else could you consider on your turn? Is the Beholder technically prone because he's hovering? No, what? That doesn't make any sense. Then I would like to try to grab his body. Pull out my bag of holding. And then put my portable hole in it. Very funny, but you can't interact with 2 objects on your turn. Fast Hands lets me use an object as a bonus action.
He was foretold!
The one who was foretold. He's done it! The Beholder is sent to the astral plane, along with everybody in the room. Hey, high risk, high reward. I would like to attack the rogue. This video was...
This guy's got a great channel, though. XP to level 3. If you guys like Dungeons & Dragons, you should check him out. He does a lot of good videos. Yeah, the guy... Yeah, the XP to level 3 does some great videos on Dungeons & Dragons. He does a lot of stuff where he talks about like doing a campaign, but the rogue is trying to kill everybody, or doing a campaign and the warrior, he's just trying to say this is what happens. But yeah, Critical Role also, if you guys, obviously Critical Role is fantastic. Mike Mercer, obviously we know he's an amazing dungeon master. But definitely check out XP to level 3. I don't know why I'm not subscribed to this guy. I should be. I've watched a ton of his videos. What's another really good one he's got? Players who always correct the lore. People who play joke characters for the whole campaign. The Return of the King. Yeah, and then he does some other stuff. Oh, his D&D setup video is pretty impressive, actually. I like his 10,000 subscriber video. Where is it? Here it is.
Whoa.
When he first gets 10,000 subs on his YouTube channel.
Whoa! What the Logan!
I'll see you later, Chris. Yeah, I'm back to work. I'm just letting this play in the background. There are ways you can play D&D online, Zalson, and especially during COVID, it was a big thing that a lot of people did, and you can definitely play D&D online. It's something I'm looking into. You could play with me, Zalson, if I ever get it set up. But there's all kinds of different software they have out there where you can use, and I just need to get it figured out how I'm going to do it. There's a guy at my work, I think, who plays D&D, and I think he said he does it online sometimes, but. Once I get it all figured out and get the logistics figured out, I'm gonna try it out. But I just need people to play. So yeah, Zalson, you would be one person, and I would love to try to get in there. We play some D&D.
You'll drop. Megan, don't do that.
Hi, my name is Matthew Mercer. I'm a voice actor and the Dungeon Master for Geek and Sundry's Critical Role, and welcome to my short video series for my tips on how to Dungeon Master or Game Master your own role-playing game. So today, our first topic is going to be encounter building. So when you're creating an encounter, a combat encounter specifically for your party of adventurers, or Space Marines or whatever else you're running,
Space Marines.
You want to consider what kind of terrain or region is this going to have. That's going to go ahead and help you guide what creatures are going to be there, what type of challenges might be in that wake. So consider, is it an icy tundra? Is it like a frozen mountaintop? Or is it like a hot, muggy swampland? Is it an underground cave network? They're actually in a lot of these resource
able to
books,
retrieve the pull request.
They'll have listings of creatures and monsters and dangers by topography and by weather, and that's a really cool way to kind of see what indigenous creatures might live there. And that's a good resource to pull from if you're not having any real creative juices, helping you decide on what to put in front of them. Secondly, you want to consider how challenging you want the encounter.
Yeah, so Zalson, there is a way to do it. How to play. And there's so many, you can see this stuff is stuff I've researched before, but there's a lot of different software, and I don't know if I have, let's see. It's something I've been researching, and I just haven't set it up yet. But there's a couple different videos. WDSD20 is a good one. This is,
So you're gonna play D&D.
XP to level 3. He's also got a video on how to play D&D online.
Your own home. These walls are a prison. Maybe your friends live really far away, or you can't leave your house. I'm gonna show you how I mostly go about playing D&D and other RPGs online. This isn't a full tutorial, more of a guide on how you can get started and what tools I use to run my games on the internet. If it was a full tutorial on how to use everything in every detail, it would be like 2 hours long. So here's how to play D&D online. So let's get this out of the way. There's lots of tools you can use for your
there's
D&D
a lot of different software out there.
However you want to do it is up to you and your group. This video is a guide on how I go about it to hopefully make the process easier for you. First things first, a lot of these programs and tools have subscriptions that you'll need in order to have a fun experience with online D&D. Now, it's mostly the DM who has to pay for it, and by mostly, I mean the DM is the only one who needs to pay for stuff. If you're short on funds, you could pool money together in order to pay for everything. If you've got 4 players and a DM, the cheapest possible option comes out to $31 each month and a one-time payment of $54. That's $6 each month and $10 once, split between the 5 of you. This is also ignoring hardware like computers, mics, and a webcam. Let's also get this out of the way. There's a lot of role-playing tools out there. Roll20, Fantasy Grounds, people who play on Discord with a dice rolling bot and a screen shared Photoshop for maps. There's lots of tutorials online for any of these, but I prefer Fantasy Grounds. Not sponsored. Why do you prefer Fantasy Grounds, Jacob? I don't know, it's easier, cheaper. I like that it's its own program. You can use it in Steam, and I know it way more than Roll20. So let's get started. You're gonna need a webcam, a mic, and a computer.
It's funny because he shows a webcam and a mic, and those are the exact webcam and mic setup. That's the exact webcam I have.
A webcam, a mic,
and that's the exact mic that I have, which I never use, by the way, but I've got it.
And a computer. Most laptops
Thank
come
God
with
I
these
don't
things,
have that computer.
So not much more to say there. Fantasy Grounds and Zoom. I prefer Zoom.
So yeah, so Zoom also. You can use Discord, but most of the people that I've watched videos on all pretty much say that Zoom's the best way to go.
Zoom over Discord, and obviously Skype. Discord is great for audio. However, Zoom is much better at video and audio. I have numerous problems with Discord, and I have 0 problems with Zoom. It works really good. It's good at muting out echoing audio. It knows when people are talking, and I've never had lagging problems or any kind of difficulties other than people having hardware issues on their side. Zoom does its job really, really well. Also not sponsored. Another really great tool to use online for D&D is World Anvil, our sponsor. World Anvil can house maps, notes, and all of your world building into an easy to organize article and website. You can also use your character sheets and have all of your characters interact in the social tab, and the DM can obviously view them in their campaigns. They also just implemented a family tree tool for all those complicated houses you have in your games. Look, if you want an easy to use tool that can display information way better than you going, okay, can you see this good? Okay, this right here, this is where you guys are, and you're gonna make your way all the way across the Misty Mountains, and if you go far enough, you'll hit Waterdeep. How? Let me get my document. Use World Anvil to solve all of your world building needs. It's perfect for online D&D. Use my code XP to level 3 for 20% off your subscription. There's a link down below. So once you've got Fantasy Grounds and Zoom downloaded, you can get started. You'll need a pro Zoom account and an Ultimate Fantasy Grounds license. Only one person needs to have both of them, as it'll extend to anybody who joins their Zoom call and their Fantasy Grounds games. You'll also want to get the player's handbook from Fantasy Grounds and the Monster Manual and DM's Guide if you're gonna run a home game. Or if you're gonna run a pre-written, you can just get one of the pre-writtens. It'll come with all the maps, monsters, and encounters ready to go. You don't really need any of the other books if you're running a pre-written, except for the player's handbook and any extended books that you want to use in your character sheets, like Xanathar's Guide or Volo's Guide. Fantasy Grounds is extra fun because you can drag and drop almost anything. Monster abilities, spells, maps, magic items, all of it. Look, I just did a fireball. It was that easy. There's even health bars. It's so cool. Once in Fantasy Grounds, you can create a campaign and have your characters join it to make characters. You also want to make sure to enable the modules so your players have access to those books. You can even limit access to certain books and certain homebrew and anything else that you want to use in Fantasy Grounds. It's all up to the DM. Some other programs don't have this ability. From there, you can create tokens for them and put them into the combat tracker to add them to maps. You can create a mask that acts like a fog of war to have them explore whatever dungeons they may come across. And this is even better in the pre-writtens because you can just click, click, boom, you're in a dungeon. And it's the dungeon from the game. And I can click this little tab right here and pull out the monsters and put them in the boom, they're there. Just drag your stuff onto it. It's so easy. If you want some good tutorials on how to use Fantasy Grounds, I recommend Cody's videos over on Taking 20. He does an okay-ish job explaining everything. I owe a lot of credit to Cody, actually. He's kind of the one that taught me how to do all this stuff. All right, then you can set up Zoom, invite everyone to your call, and there you go. You can play it from there. There's not much else to explain. It's honestly pretty simple. You can also import your maps into World Anvil for everyone to use and see with ease. You can reference the books with D&D Beyond if you want. You can use Discord if you would rather just do voice chat, or if you want to see your friends and role play with their faces, you can use Zoom. It'll take some getting used to and some practice, but once you get a hang of it, D&D Online can be just as fun as playing in person. I hope this guide was helpful for you, and have fun out there. I have nothing else to say. That is the end of the video.
So there's that one. The other one is I think WSD. There's quite a few other videos on how to play online. Roll20 does one. Got the DM Lair. Let me see. Some of these other ones I've actually watched. Skull Flitter.
We're going to get right down to brass tacks today and talk about something that has become master advice that and we spend the first couple zero cost to you. Now you can see here that we have basic chat options available to us, and we can set up different channels over here to the left to deal with different things in our game. You might want to have a private channel with you and one other player, or a couple different players, or something. Install it and get up and running, zero cost to you. Now you can see here that we have basic chat options available to us, and we can set up different channels over here to the left to deal with different things in our game. You might want to have a private channel with you and one other player, or a couple different players, or something. Install it and get up and running, zero cost to you. Now you can see here that we have basic chat options available to us, and we can set up different channels over here to the left to deal with different things in our game.
So he's talking about using Discord, obviously.
Different players, or something in the version of Discord, which I do as well. You can.
Now he's using DM Lair. Well, that's I'm not sure what software he's using. Roll20. So you can see here he's using the Roll20 software.
Use your camera and or something like that. You might have this thing here, different channel cam to Discord like this one, and it is. And if you want to do audio and video over to I do as well, you can use your camera.
But the most important thing is that when you're playing, you want to be able to see all the other players. You know, because that's all part of what makes playing Dungeons & Dragons fun. Is it's really the interactions with you and the other people. So if you don't have them on webcam, it kind of defeats the whole point of playing Dungeons & Dragons. So you have to have a really nice setup. I mean, I don't even think that this is the best setup. Like the XP to level 3, the way he's got it set up is much better. But
audio from your
but since these people are all around in different locations, that's just all what you get.
Phone to connect with other people and play in D&D using Discord. And it costs you nothing, except for having a phone, I guess, in it, to Discord. And if you have the mobile version of Discord, display maps and tokens, then Roll20 is a great option for that. In fact, when you were watching some of that game footage that I showed you to make that attack roll over here, and that's pretty low, but let's pretend like that hit.
Yeah, so I think, to play D&D online, Zolson, I would have to spend quite a bit of time to learn like how to set it up, and I have to test it out and make sure that it works. And but there's definitely an upkeep here, how to start your D&D games.
So you're gonna finally run your D&D game. You've done calculus and need nothing short of a time machine to figure out a day and time to get your friends together. You've browsed YouTube, Reddit, and TikTok for
This is me trying to set up D&D online.
You're just gonna steal everyone's ideas anyways and hope to God your friends haven't seen or heard any of them. Everyone's made their characters, and there's the one character you know super well, the one character who barely has a backstory, and the one character whose backstory you forgot to read because it was like 20 pages, and it shouldn't come up in the first game, right? Right? You've gathered everything together, and now you realize, where am I even gonna start this game? It doesn't say! So a lot of DMs, myself included, like to start their games in an easy, neutral environment for the players where they can explain their characters, get to know each other, and then I can thrust them right into the problem, hook, campaign, adventure, whatever you want to call it. In fact, our video sponsor is
usually starts at an
a
inn.
new book on Kickstarter, The Seeker's Guide to Twisted Taverns, which has a bunch of taverns you can start your games with or have whole adventures in, complete with characters, monsters, new mechanics, magical items, and golly gee, look at that art. There's also lots of cool stuff like dice, maps, pins, a pint.
It comes in paints? Oh. I can get you one.
Go back The Seeker's Guide to Twisted Taverns today using my link below, and if you aren't sold on it, well, gosh dang darn it, it was written by Logan and produced by the dudes who made Grim Hollow, so you know it's gonna be good. So yeah, if you're wanting to start your games right, start your game in a tavern. But sometimes my players will sit there and they just don't do anything. If everyone in your party is an anxious introvert,
I love the Skyrim music he's playing.
Then maybe tossing them into some action will be a good way to start your game. But what if my players are new and they barely know how to play the game? Rules are scary. Oh no. There's only two ways you can start your D&D games. Either in an easy, neutral setting for everyone to get comfortable with the game, or right into the action so I pique everyone's interest. Well, what am I supposed to do?
Both. You do both.
I am sick and tired of seeing D&D games that start with, you're all in a tavern. You all meet each other. Just go hang out, I guess. Unless everyone in your party is like wanting to play Romance My Friends and do nothing else.
All right, Zolson. I'll catch you later, man. Have a good one.
Start doing a quest. Now, I've talked about character motivation before, but this is different.
But yeah, I got to get going too. So you guys have a going. Excuse me. I will. I just ate lunch. A huge chicken sandwich. I will try to look at some of this stuff and see if I can set up a D&D campaign online. Something I've been wanting. This is one of my goals for this year is actually to play Dungeons & Dragons online with some people. So if anybody's interested in playing some D&D online, hit me up. I got to try to figure out how to set up all the software and stuff. I'm probably have to pay some subscription fees and whatnot to get it all working, but I don't think it'll be a big deal. I'll talk to you guys later. Hope everybody has a good day. Peace out.